Nice day today. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say call on Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Giving all praises to the great Ali Shajat of Israel, the great I am. That's right. The possessor of heaven and earth, of the spirits of heaven and earth. Coming before you, and also coming before you in the name of Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world. One who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his father's royal right arm. My Redeemer, my Comforter, and my salvation. And the only one to plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for salvation. Hallelujah. And shout out to Great Millstone, the prophets, the true prophets of the Lord. They not only prepared us for the times ahead. No, they not only prepared us to go back to Yahawah Shem Yahushai, but prepared us for these strange times that are coming. You know what I'm saying? I said it again. I'm not about to say that no more. Prepared us for the strange times ahead, and they getting ready. They getting us prepared for these battles, and just it's bad. It's hereditary. Sorry, y'all. They do their thing on the news, well, on YouTube and whatever platform they own. They let us know so that when things do happen and bad stuff do start rolling, you were told, whether you live to see it or not. You were told. So shalom to those beautiful brothers of Great Millstone. Shout out to the Akim, the beautiful women. The awesome men that's in the word, Salakia, and they may not be from Great Millstone, but they still represent Millstone. They may not be from any camp, but they still go out and do the best that they can to, tell the people if they're listening, and they go out, to put their service to Yahawah Shem Yahushai. And they at home doing it as well. Shalom to those beautiful brothers. Much love to those awesome brothers. Shout out to the Aqua, the beautiful women that's in the word. And whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahawah. And you listen and you learn in silence. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a lot of y'all women that's doing that. And shalom to you beautiful women that are. Coming back at you with another episode through the power and spirit of Yahawah Shem Yahushai and the name Yahushai. And the title of this episode today is Yahawah is beautiful. God is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Well, from what you people know him as God, but you know his name Yahawah. You know what I'm saying? So calling Yahawah Shem Yahushai for being so beautiful, for being so awesome, not just to me, but to everybody that's in the word. I know a lot of brothers is having better lives with Yahawah Shem Yahushai and the name Yahushai. I know brothers is having, getting good blessings. I know brothers are prolonging. Sisters are getting, they coming in order. They might be getting the man of their dreams from worshiping Yahawah Shem Yahushai. They might be having a better life with their kids or a better relationship with their husband. They manage to get their whole family involved, and because Yahawah work in mysterious ways. Women don't have to prophesy, but they still tell people and do whatever they got to do. That's the beauty of Yahawah. He said, I shall pour my spirit upon all flesh. So before the world ends, everybody will know the truth. And Yahawah Shem Yahushai and name Yahushai, like the Lord said, after it's all said and done, you will know that I am the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I am Yahawah Shem Yahushai. I am the Almighty. So Yahawah Shem Yahushai is beautiful. My last episode, I was very repetitious with, you know what I'm saying? So I got to get rid of that. I was doing it, and I was unconsciously doing it. Like, I forgot that I was doing it. I'm so used to saying it because I'm always nervous. Half the time I am nervous when I'm out here. Half the time most of the time I'm nervous when I'm recording. You never know who's listening or not, or sometimes it's just a weird-ass nervous condition. So I have to remove that word and do the best that I can to get everything right without having to use some repetitiveness to cope with my nervousness. So, it's Salakia for that, because I know a lot of people be like, he's saying that word an awful lot. I'm trying not to. I'm nervous. So I substitute for my nervousness. I'm using a repetitive word, which is stupid, But not to say today is about us loving Yahawah and loving his beauty. You know what I'm saying? Loving Yahawah Shem Yahushai for taking care of us, for waking us up to the truth, for building us up and making us strong, and being with us no matter what we go through, So a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people aren't grateful to Yahawah. A lot of people don't even know who God is. You know, a lot of people don't care, you know, about the word. It's a lot of people that don't read the Bible. It's a lot of people with second thoughts. It's a lot of people that let people get to them and it strays them from the path. You know what I'm saying? Whether they be good people or not, you know, it's all still the same result for a person that is not used to something new. You know, they always used to the same old thing, you know, the same old cycle. It's very, it's just a repeat of everything. So when they hear something new and out of the ordinary, you know, it scares them and they choose not to believe it. They choose not to give it a try, you know, or the key word, not even try. So we're going to get to some verses to worship the Lord. And what matters is you and your personal experience with the Lord and your personal connection with Yahawah. Everybody can like Yahawah. Everybody can love Yahawah. But do they have a personal connection with the Lord? Are you working on a relationship with the Lord? Are you giving back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua? And I'm not speaking to the women. I'm speaking to the men of the men of Israel. You know what I'm saying? For the men that's out there, you know what I'm saying? See, you gotta go away. You gotta go away. Don't say it. Don't spit it out. For you out there, you men of the Lord that's out there, do you know, go out and put in the work? You at least pray, read the Bible. You know, for those who haven't read the Bible, did you read the Apocrypha? Are you listening to the prophets to get all the knowledge that you need? You know, and are you outside, like mainly to the highways and byways, doing whatever you got to do, dress up however you got to do, put your faith in, put your money where your mouth is, you know, because it's a lot of brothers out there that's not doing that, and they need to. But that's if Yahweh put that spirit on them to do so, to come and worship or show some works and show some gratitude. You know, a lot of people, see, it's the repetitiveness, bad. It's a lot of people out there that don't care about God. You know, they don't believe. They don't listen. They're very evil-minded. It's people that wake up and thank God, but they don't pray. That is a key right there. They don't pray. They're not really appreciative, but for some strange reason, God is in their conversations, but they don't know who God is. They don't know who God is, and they worship a God, but they don't know specifically which God they worship. And that's another problem too. At least know which God you worship, because it might not be the Almighty that you worship. So that's a good clarification for a lot of our brothers and sisters. They got to understand which God they worship, and they got to do a lot of research for what they what they worship. So, you know, that's another beauty of the Lord is the truth. And without further foremost, we're gonna go to the Song of Solomon, because I know that chapter, you know, it adores Yahweh very well, to the point to where the Lord, he speak out, and he got the men of Israel speaking in. It's just a good chapter to go to, you know, just to remind you how beautiful the Lord is. So God is beautiful every day. Yahweh is beautiful. He deserves gratitude. He deserves worship. He deserves love all the time. There's never enough to give. Give as much as you can. Give. You got a lot of love for people around you. You got a lot of love for the things that you do. You got a lot of love for the things that God give you, but do you have love for Yahweh? Do you have love for the Lord, you know? And, you know, I'm going to go to sing a Song of Solomon. I gotta find it first. See, I'm not a phone guy. Where are you, Song of Solomon? I can't find it. Hold on, I got an idea. There you go, I got that arm. Oh, I gotta find it. Give me a sec. This is Numbers. That's Joshua. That's Judges. No, I want the Song of Solomon. Where is it? There we go. This is what I'm looking for. It was I thought it was at the beginning. See? Read this book again for the second time. All right. So I'm gonna read the Song of Solomon, and Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. And these songs are prayers, at the same time. So, it's a beautiful thing, and it's an enigma, for the people that don't know. It is a mystery, but for us that do know, we do understand, it's not. So, a lot of these people that are the churchgoers really don't understand, or a simple-minded person that don't read the Bible and they don't understand, and that's one annoying thing about people. Sorry, before I go into this, is that you could tell a person all the wonders and all the excitement and all the information that they don't know about, and their simple minds are programmed for entertainment. So some people don't see the Lord as the Lord, they see him as entertainment. And that is a very bad move in the eyes of these puny-minded people. It's because they so pre-programmed, they actually are entertained and get a thrill off listening to people preach or somebody tell you something interesting. They don't really take it to heart, because we know that there's some seriousness behind the Bible, So at the end of the day, for an average puny-minded person, they will perceive it as entertainment, and they get hyped up off of it, So don't be these programmed people. Try to break out of this matrix that the world has you in. The matrix is even in the Bible. So the God does talk about the matrix too, and everything around you being fabricated. Nothing is real in this world. The only thing that's real is yahawah b'Hashem Yahushai, and that's it, the truth. So you have to get outside of your box. You have to get outside of your comfort zone. You got to get outside of your understanding to understand yahawah b'Hashem Yahushai, to understand the Bible, and to understand the riddles and the enigmas of what the Bible is trying to say. So it says the Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. It says the Shulamite, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine. That's right. So an average person would read it the way that I read it without breaking it down, which is a bad thing, and the beauty of the Lord is truth. The beauty of the Lord is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So it says, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine. His love is better than wine. Wine represents different knowledges. His love is the truth, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, his secret name. Because his name is not known to everybody. His name is Yahawah b'Hashem Yahushai, and his son's name is Yahawashi. His name is I Am, I Exist, and his son's name is I Am Your Salvation. So you got to be able to know the breakdowns and to know the precepts, so you can get a full understanding of what they're trying to say. As simple as that. So an average person wouldn't even understood what I just said. But I know what I just said. And I tell you because I know the breakdown is because I listened to the prophets. So they gave me to a degree of the knowledge that I needed to push forward in this world and to endure Yahweh willing until he come, and to know wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and know the truth about the world, about these people, about these nations, about who we truly are. So it says, because of the fragrance of your good ointments, Your name is ointment poured forth. That's right. It's an anointment, an ointment, not the olive oil that they put on your head and they pray on you at church. Not that. He's talking about the truth, the wisdom, the knowledge, understanding, his holy name, his sacred name. It's not given to everybody. So when you are endowed with this, it causes a couple of things to happen to you. For you to come out of the lie and come into the truth, to know the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and for you to change. That's another one. For you to change. And for you to have a God-like mindset, a God-like state of mind, a God-like state of being. So the Bible brings tons of changes into your life. And that is that ointment. Order in your life, less movement. And I know it sounds strange, but when you get into the Bible and you understand what I'm talking about, then you'll understand. Because a lot of people, you know, they like to move around, they like to party, they like to be in people's face, they like to do this, they like to do that. When the Most High, most of the time, he just wants you to himself. And he wants you to be on your own. At least try being on your own. Because this is the way you connect to Yahawah and you look deep within yourself. And sometimes the Lord got to take it away from you in order for you to get to that moment. But, you know, some people don't have it in their mindset to move away and to cut off from the world. As much as people, some of us, we like going out and we like to do stuff, but most of the time, a believer of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is a solo person. He is to himself, or she to himself. You know, they observe well. You know, they can talk and do whatever they want. But at the end of the day, they don't really trust the things around them. Sometimes you don't even trust your own people. So, you know, a lot of us is lonely people. But we know we got Yahweh Shem Yahushai. In the name of Yahushai, we got the Almighty with us, so we're not completely alone. It's just the flesh that yearns for the things that we don't need. It makes us think that we need it, but we don't, you know. But, you know, it's okay to indulge in it. Just don't do too much. And it's good, at the end of the day, separate yourself. The world is not going anywhere for now, you know. Your friends not going anywhere. Your family not going nowhere. They're not doing shit. They're not doing nothing. So why not, you know, let Yahweh set your day, set your agenda. This is the beauty of the Lord. Why not let Yahweh get yourself in order? Why not try something new? Why not be to yourself? Because it's the only way you're going to be able to push forward. You know, so for me in my life, the Lord got me by myself so I can push forward. The more he suppressed me, the more stuff I go through, the stronger I become, surprisingly. But there is a saying, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. So, you know, that saying is right now at this moment in my life is really implied on me. And I'm beginning to understand that. So we're going to move on. It says, therefore the virgins love you, draw me away. It says, the daughter and the virgins are the men of the Yahawah. Some of us are good people that have not experienced everything in the world, and we're not too far gone for Yahawah not to contact us. We all started in the nitty-gritty. We all started with weird habits. We all started not perfect, but to a certain level, we wasn't fully exposed to the world. So it gave Yahawah that leverage to reach out to us. So that right there is very special. That's one of the beauties of Yahawah. You know, the Most High knows the ones that are innocent. You know, I might have tried smoking, but I didn't try drinking. I didn't try crack. I didn't try pills. You know, I didn't go to gangbanging. I didn't do heroin. I wasn't just fully blown in money and just greed. When the Most High liked to, that's why he called them virgins, because some of these people are not exposed to the world like that. You know, so they clean. They can be clean. They're a little dirty, but they can be clean. But it's not to the point to where they're too far gone to where God can't reach them. So it says, the daughters of Jerusalem, we will run after you. It says, the Shulamite, the king, has brought me into his chambers. That's right. We've been brought into the truth. So it says, the daughters of Jerusalem, we will be glad and rejoice in you. It says, we will remember your love more than wine. And the Shulamite can represent Yahushai, and then the daughters of Jerusalem can represent the men, because he's not talking to the women. He's talking to the man. And that is true, because the man is the original woman. It may sound weird, but it's true. The man carry all the babies. The man, he got to deal with a great deal of emotions. You know, the man is what the man. Well, we can say, I'm not trying to say that in a weird gay way, but we can say that the man is the first. There it is. He's the first creation. It's the first thing that Yahweh created, and then it is the woman. That's it. First Yahweh, then Yahweh Shai, then the man, then the woman. That's how it goes. So he's not talking to the women. He's talking to the men. Those are the daughters. Those are the wives of Yahweh. And you may laugh at this. You may try to joke about it. But if I were you, I would not do that. That offends Yahweh greatly. And the Most High, you got to always remember, he is not human. He don't think like us. He don't act like us. He is just beyond us. So think before you say anything, or try not to laugh, because it's not really funny. It's actually very, very serious. So he not talking, and they can use this in church to boost women's mindset. Oh, the Lord, he loves women. You know, that is not accurate. The Bible does tell you to stay away from women to the best that you can. If you can't, then deal with them to a degree. Have discretion when you deal with them. The Most High say you don't even have to deal with them. You can even buy a woman for a night or two. That is another way too. But the Bible does discredit women, and the Bible does tell you to stay away from them. And then the Bible will flip and also tell you, if you find of the good woman, you find a good thing. If you know, when you find of a good woman, you find a good thing, which is rare. So, you know, very few men get blessed with good women or is able to tame women. So a lot of women would get that confused too about this. The Bible also states that women should learn and be in silence. That a man should speak. A woman shouldn't be speaking. A woman, especially not the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not the Bible. They shouldn't be teaching. Women would take that to an offense. And plus, they emotional beings. They're weaker creatures, so they're exposed to a lot of other things. And men, they can be exposed to a lot of other things too. But you know, they can choose to let it get to them, or they can choose to give it away. A woman, she really can't do all those things that people think that she can do. No, she can't. An Israelite woman cannot. And I see so many of them, whether they ugly or beautiful, they still seem to gain their way and to have more than men would. So no, the Bible, this verse is not talking to the men of the women of Israel. He's talking to the men, because the men are the ones that will listen. When they down in the dirt, some of us, when we was down in the dirt, some of us heard the voice of Yahweh. We heard the voice of the Lord come through the prophets. You know, the Most High woke us up and gave us the wisdom and knowledge and understanding to stand on our feet, gave us stability, making us strong and smarter. So definitely no, it's not talking to the women. The women don't even have time to listen to Yahweh Shem Yahushai with their little games and their little shenanigans, and them being so puny-minded and so exposed and so pre-programmed by the world. They don't have time for the Lord. They don't. They like hearing about it. They like getting hyped up about it. They like entertainment, like I said, but at the end of the day, it's not really in their heart to do it. And like the Lord said, when you find a good woman, you find it a good thing. It's very rare to see a woman of the Lord. It's very rare to find a good woman that will listen and be quiet. So, hey, with that being said, it's not talking about the women. Oh no, not our women. No, it's talking to the men, because them the ones that will listen. So it says, we remember your love more than wine. That's right. And one thing that Yahweh does do after you got the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, after you're out there on the highways and byways, after you've learned what all that you can learn from the prophets, because their information is so infinite, you can only take as much as you can and go on. You know, everybody got an attention span, so there's nothing wrong with that. But remember, that is the truth. Remember that one day you won't have to be in poverty. One day this will all come to an end. One day you're going to be free. One day you're going to be with Yahweh Shem Yahushai forevermore. One day the world is going to be yours. One day you're going to be rich. You're going to have all the women. You won't have to work one day. Remember Yahweh. in the name of Yahawah, and remember all his promises, and remember what the Bible is telling you. That's the truth. To keep this memory and never forget, because the times are coming. So do not forget. And this, by us going to the highways and byways and revising and being repetitive, this puts it in our minds to remember who you are. Remember your heritage. Heritage means land. Remember your people. Remember your bloodline and where it comes from. Remember who these people were during the slavery times. Remember slavery, you know. Remember the times when Jerusalem fell and Israelites were scattered across South Africa and other places in Africa. Remember when y'all was sold off and y'all built these Americas. Remember how it was foretold in the Bible. Remember how Yahawah is telling you are his people. You are his babies. You're all that he cares about. The love of Yahawah Shem Yahushai is a main thing that you need to remember, because Yahawah loves us. God loves us for sure. And he don't love nobody else. He loves us. And that is a special love. So, you know, that's another beautiful thing about the Lord, is that he loves us. And he cares about us. He wouldn't have gave us the word. He wouldn't be helping us in our life. He wouldn't always be there. It's for a reason that Yahawah keeps his arm stretched out with an outstretched arm. It's a reason why the Lord is there. When you fall, he pick you up. There's a reason why he gave us all this information. There's a reason why we are on the paths of life that we're on. It says, we will remember your love more than wine. It says, the Shulamite, rightly do they love you. I am dark but lovely, O daughters of Jerusalem, like the tents of Kedar. Like the curtains of Solomon, do not look upon me, because I am dark. So, like I said, the Shulamite could represent Yahawah Shai. And a lot of people get this twisted too. I'm always reminding this, because the prophets always remind me that God does not necessarily mean towards the Almighty. God means Allahayim, and Allahayim means the chief or the powers that be. So Yahawah Shai is God, because he is the chief of the angels, the firstborn. And then you got the powers that are the lower gods, which are the powers that are in heaven and on earth. So that is the original role of the Israelite man, or Israel in general. They are the powers of the earth. So this is why the Most High is punishing us so bad, because we refuse to assume the role that we belong in. So now that we don't have that role, or the Most High is denying us, we want to be back in that role so bad, because that's where we were safe. That's where we were okay. You know, and the Most High, that always reminds us that we are the gods of this world. Without us, this world wouldn't even be what it is. Without us, it wouldn't be no America. And that is the truth. So, and the Most High is also telling you that he is a dark-skinned being. I've never heard this in the church. And I see a pastor crack open the Bible every day. My grandma, my step-grandmama, Doretha, on my little brother's side of the family, she go to church every day. She cracked that Bible open every day, and I've never heard that information before. I've never heard nobody talk about the Negro God. I've never heard nobody talking about the collapse of the empire that we live in, the last leg of the Roman Empire. I've never heard nobody talking about Nebuchadnezzar's dream and broke it down. I've never heard nobody talking about the seven-headed dragon and how it represents different nations in different times. You know, I never heard nobody talking about the firmament heat that the Lord is sending on the earth, which is the nuclear day. He's not talking about no fire that's coming out of hell and it's consuming everybody. No, the Most High is more realistic than he is a dream. That's how powerful Yahawah is. But you know, it's certain things in the churches they wouldn't talk about, like this right here. This verse, I ain't never heard it in the church. Never heard it in the church. This is something that you got to sit back and you got to read for yourself. So that's why the Most High say, I give you the truth. That way nobody else can teach you, because I'm your ultimate teacher. It can't be no old man that feel like because he all old and shriveled up, you got to respect him because he feel like he done been through more than you. And he has more wisdom than you, so you got to shut up and listen to him because of what he looks like. So, you know, or an old lady that come up and she do the same thing. They so prideful, they so full of themselves, they so, oh, I'm so weak and I'm old and you should listen to me. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't listen to them. If they don't got the truth, don't listen to them. Facts. Now, if they come to you with that spirit on them, or Yahawah Shem Yahushai, they got everything correct, and they telling you the breakdowns, they telling you everything, listen to them. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a lot of old cats that don't have the truth. They don't have it. They're done. Like the Most High say, don't put the new wine into old wineskins unless the old wines burst. Put the new wine in the new wineskins so it can hold it. He's telling you another breakdown that I'd rather go to the young kids than to the old people. They too pre-programmed, or they're just airheaded. And the Bible does teach you to throw out everything that you know and start over with the Bible, with the truth, with the word of Yahawah Shem Yahushai. So it's telling people that feel like they know it all that they're the biggest idiots. Hey, we all started off somewhere. And it don't matter how old you are, if you don't have this truth, you're a child in the eyes of the Lord. The only people that I respect and I know that are the elders is GMS Great Millstone. That's it. It ain't nobody else, man. Them the elders. So I don't care if I don't care if you meet a man that's 90 years old. If he not into the word, he don't know the Bible, he's still a child. Facts. So it says, I am dark, but I am lovely. O tents of Jerusalem, like the tents of Kedar, like the tents of Solomon, do not look upon me because I am dark, because the sun has tanned me. My mother's sons were angry with me. So when people, saw the Christ and they saw Yahawashi and he said that he is the Son of God, they laughed at him because of his appearance. He was a dark-skinned man with a grayish white beard, and they thought that the Son of God would come in a different appearance. But the Bible was correct on how he would come and the way he would look, but they didn't believe that. A lot of people laughed, because he was dark-skinned, he was black. Like African black, and they just didn't believe it. So it says, they made me the keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard I have not kept. That's right. Yahawashi was here on the earth, and when he walked the earth, he had to deal with the system too. He had to deal with getting a job too. He had to take care of his mom, and he had to take care of his brother and his sisters too. He had a family, but he was the chosen one. He was the Son of God. That's what made him different. But he went through the system too. He had to deal with getting a job. He had to deal, in the first stages of his life, he had to pay rent. He had to pay light bills. He was no different than his people at first. But let me tell you that he knew the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahawah Shem Yahushai, and he was the Son of God, and he had supernatural powers. Yes, he did. He was so smart. Everything was so simple for him. He studied everything. He studied everything. He studied the world and all its knowledges. He studied the Bible. He was the only one to get all the commandments right. He was the only one to keep all the holidays. He kept all the traditions. He kept all the rules, never broke one. It's like over 680 rules, 650 rules in the Bible, and he kept them every day, day by day. It wasn't not a rule that he broke. He was the only one to do it perfectly. So that right there was powerful. But he was in the system. He did feel the oppression. He felt the suffering of his people, which was us. Like King Solomon said, who is Yahawashi again, in another life in the Bible, is there anything new under the sun? There is nothing new. So the same thing that we're going through today is the same thing that we was going through in the past during ancient times, when Greece had power over us, and they took our traditions and they destroyed them, and they gave us their traditions, and we had to follow their laws. It's because we fell off and we turned our backs on Yahawah Shem Yahushai. So God blinded us. That's exactly what happened. He made us worship the things that we created. But no, he made us follow the things that we worship. He gave us to the hands of our enemies, and we perceived them as gods. So we worship them to be gods, and the Most High made us do it. Even when some of us got hip to the fact that, Yahweh is real and that the truth was real, we still had to go on with these programs and with the way life was back then. It ain't nothing new now. Only the difference between now and then is that we are really at the end of all of this. So the Most High is getting fed up with all of this, but he's not done yet. He has to get his point across. So, there's more suffering to go, but we are definitely nearing the conclusion of the world, the conclusion of this Roman Empire, the conclusion of the white man, the conclusion of our wicked people and these nations. They come into crescendo, the height of the drama, So, that's the best part about the Bible. Like the Bible say, it's better than the end of a thing than the beginning of it. So we at the end of it all. So that's why he's giving us the truth and he's setting us free, So it says, tell her beloved, which is us. Oh no, tell her beloved, which is Yahawah. He's beautiful. Tell me, oh, whom I love, where you feed your flock, where you make it rest at noon. For why should I be as one who veils herself by the companion of her flock, of your flocks? That's right. How do I get the truth? How can I join your group? How can I get to know you? How can I be a part of you, what you and your people are doing? Because the Most High got a special group of people that's going to survive all this. He got a special group of people that got the truth. He got a special group of people that's going to see the end of the world and not die. So how do I get to be a part of that? How do I be able to join instead of being like all of these blind people that you don't see? There it is right there. Or the one who veils herself, because this veil is a blindness. So these people cannot simply see the truth. They don't even see Yahawah there. They don't see him in the workings. Like how I'm standing here and I'm reading the Bible, it's not piquing anyone's curiosity what I'm doing. But the spirit of Yahawah is over me, and it is upon me and coming through me to warn these people to the best that I can, and to show these people that they did have a chance, they did have an opening. Like the Most High say, I would rather you got to go through the narrow to get to the broad. So the truth is not wide open to where people can rush to. The truth is in a crack, in a shortcut to a secret place, and it's so jagged and it's so thin. To one person can only enter at a time. If one person can't make it, they didn't make it. If the next person tried and he made it, he made it. Representing that the truth is not for everybody and that you can easily pass the truth by. And that's what a lot of brothers do. So when the end does come upon them and they happen to see the end of this world, they caught in World War III. The dollar had finally collapsed and everything just went out of control, to the point to where people are rioting and they're fighting in war in the streets. That's when they gonna look for the word and it's not gonna be found. And they gonna remember like, oh, there was some guys preaching on the side of the road, with a megaphone, or they was just talking about it. And I just simply passed them by and I ignored them. And I realized what I've done, that was the truth. So let me go and find these guys. This is the beauty of the Lord. Let me go and find these cats so I can get the word and I can save me and my family. So that is when the Lord is going to finally disappear. And the Most High is going to be so beautiful. When you find these men, you're going to see the spirit on them. And you're going to want what they got, but how can they won't give you what they have. And that's what the Most High said, and the tongue shall cleave to the mouths of the prophets. That's another beautiful thing of the Lord. God said, when I got mines, I got mines. That's it. You had a chance to come. You had all the time in the world. Very powerful metaphor. You had all the time in the world to get this word, to get this wisdom, to get this knowledge. The Most High said, I'm very generous, but it's a time where I'm going to be very greedy, and I'm going to take what I want. Instead of giving it to you, I'm going to take it all away. So the Most High can't take away what he gave us. He gave the word to us, so he's not going to take it away. But if you don't have that, the Most High is going to take everything away that's materialism, and that is not real, but you think it's real. Your car, your clothes, your family, your jobs. Since your life has been led and fabricated, he might take your life because it's been fabricated. So, just by knowing that, being a part of this word is the best thing you can do. It's all that you can do. As long as this world prolonged, like I said, like Yahawah was a part of the system and he was in the system too. We play this game until it's over. But at the end of the day, know that the truth is that you won't have to do this forever. There is an ending to this. It won't last. Pray to Yahawah Shem Yahushai that you live to see those days, because those will be the best days. The end of the world is the best thing going right now. That's what we need. But it's not here yet. It's not time. So for now, we relax and we make the best that we can in our lives. That's all that we can do. So it says, the beloved, if you do not know, O fairest among women, the fairest among women is talking about the men of the Lord. The men and women of the Lord are the best nation on earth. They're the best nation on earth. That's why they're not known on earth. And if you know Israel, then that is not Israel. Them people that's dwelling out there, they are not Israelites. The real Israelites, we've been gone for a long time, and we've been stuck and scattered around the world. Right now, we mainly in the bulk of America, which is where a lot of us did go. So the Most High is talking about the bulk of America, because that's where the word is springing out from. So there you go. You might have some Israelites sprinkled here and there in the nations that do believe, but it's a great deal of us that do believe in America. The most of us that believe is in the Americas. So with that being said, the fairest among women is the Israelites. God is not looking at no other woman on the earth than the Israelites, okay? That's all he wants. That's all he needs. And at the end of the day, that's all he'll choose. Like, I made a comment about that a couple of a week or two ago, like how even if God was, and Yahweh forbid, this is just an example, even if the Lord was white, he would choose black people. That's funny, huh? Even if the Lord was white, he would still reject white people and he would take black people. You cannot change the Bible. You cannot change the narrative. You cannot change the action of God. You cannot change what he think. If the Messiah came down and he was white, he would still curse you. He would still curse the white people, and he would still love the black people. He would still take care of them. He would still take them on the last day if he was white. So a lot of white people got to understand that your God is fabricated. It's not real. You can't undo the Bible. You can't stop the rain. You know, that's a song. You can't stop the wind from blowing. You can't stop the world from going around and round. You can't stop gravity from keeping you down. You can't stop it, man. It's unchanging. It's gonna be the same thing. Like Yahweh say, I change not. But Yahweh forbid, because I know we know he's not white, he's black. But I'm just saying, if he was white, he would still love the niggas, and he would reject y'all. It would still be the same shit. So it says, if you do not know, O fairest among women, follow in the footsteps of the flock and feed your little goats. That's right. So what is it saying? That right there is powerful. That's beautiful. The Lord, like the Lord say, teach yourself about the truth. Follow the ones that know the truth. Teach yourself about the truth, and teach your children about the truth. It'll give them order, discipline, and it'll give them stability. You know, because a lot of people, of our people, don't have the truth. So they are like very like evil and very wicked and very separate. The Most High know that we solo, but all of us that are solo, and some of us are in groups together in agreement and peaceful. Yes, that is true. But you know, at the end of the day, we all know the word. We all know the truth for those of us that are in the truth. So we're not as violent and we're not as wicked as our brothers and sisters are, that's running around the streets, doing drugs, killing each other. Ooh, that's the worst thing right now that I'm seeing. And it's been happening. Black on black crime. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. Black on black oppression, you know? Another horrible thing that I've seen that I didn't like is house niggas. You know what I'm saying? For him to go quickly, for a black man to quickly sell his body to get riches and get fame, and it'll still cost him a great price, more than what his body could afford. You know, to give himself to fame and fortune. And like Yahweh said, he who loved the world loses his own soul. You know, so, or another example is when Yahweh Shai had went up to the mountain with Satan and saw the whole world. And Satan said, I'll give it all to you if only you bow to me. But Yahweh Shai refused, and he was like, I'm not going to bow to you. You going to bow to me. Pretty much that's what he said. You don't tempt your God. Amen to that, you know. And Satan was just only testing him because we all know that Satan is on Yahweh's side, the Almighty. So he tested the Christ. He tested Yahweh Shai and just tested him and knew that he would pass. So that's when he was like, be gone, Satan. He left because it wasn't nothing more that he can do. He knows he's the Messiah. And that's the spirit of Satan. Satan is actually on Yahweh's side. And he's meant to test us, but he's not on the enemy side. Hell no. He's not on the white man's side. He's on the black side. And that is the truth about everything. The way it was all designed is not what you thought it was. It's really not. Trust me. And look, I used to be a Christian, so I know. You know what I'm saying? I know how Christians feel when they faith is crushed. I know how Christians feel when they realize they don't know it, or I know how Christians feel when they realize they've done the wrong thing. Simple shit. You know what I'm saying? I know. But that's just what it is. It says, besides the shepherd's tent, I have compared you, my love, to my filly among Pharaoh's chariots. That's right. The way the white man loved these cars is the way Yahweh love you. When the car breaks down, when the white man's cars break down, they take them, they bust them down, take all the parts, recreate the same model. It's the same thing with Yahweh and his people. When the black man break down, he take the parts that make them special, put them in a new body, reform them, put them back on. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But ours is way better. But it's an example of how much God care about his people. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you're fed is no different than the white man filling up his gas tank, making sure his engine is working, it's not a crack in it, making sure that his wheels is running to where he can keep rolling. It's the same thing with the black man, with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and his people. You know, that's the people that's in the truth though. Now, when a black man break down and he don't got the spirit of the Lord with him, the Most High allows him to break down, and you might not be able to see it physically, but it can happen to him spiritually. Something that you can't see, but you know it's there. So you got to understand that too. Just because you can see a person with all this money, you can see them with the nice cars, the nice chains, the nice shoes, nice family, nice house. That's what it appears on the outside. But on the inside, they got a lot of securities. They're dealing with a lot of problems. Some of them is dealing with demons. You know, some of them are being tormented. They got to go through so much to keep it. They doing stuff that's unlawful. They doing horrible things behind the scenes to get it. You know, niggas love taking shortcuts. They don't like making stuff with their hands. They want to get somebody to give it to them. It's been handed to them. They never made it on their own. They never picked themselves up. They never allowed Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to help them. They always got it from dozens of other people, or got it handed down to them by the white man, which is their enemies. They never got up off their ass and made it on their own, you know? So with that being said, that one is, that right there is a plus right there. So, you know, it says, your cheeks are lovely with ornaments, your neck with chains of gold. It says, the daughters of Jerusalem, we will make you ornaments of gold and with studs of silver. That's right. And this is the truth. Give back to God. Give back to God what he gives you and what you give him to adorn him. Your faith, your love, your worship. Knowing the truth. Coming out here, and that's the beauty about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's all he wants. For you to change, for you to do better as a person. Whenever you need something, you come to him. Whenever you want to talk, you talk to him. Yahweh don't gotta be there. He doesn't have to manifest himself with a great light for you to talk to him. It's not like that. He ain't got to do all that. The Most High is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Amen to that. That's what a lot of brothers and sisters, they got a problem with being in people's face, with being in each other's face, seeking each other to talk to, seeking each other for help, seeking each other for a shoulder to cry on. And this is a wicked world, man. Some of our brothers and sisters, they either get off to that or they don't care about that. But our brothers and sisters don't have that knowledge. So the Most High say, y'all even do self-worship. Y'all adore y'all best friends. Y'all adore y'all family. Y'all adore y'all homies, you know, gang, you know, shit like that, dumb shit like that. Y'all girlfriends, y'all women, that shit can hold you back without the proper balance, you know. Sometimes it's good to be by yourself. You get that connection with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and you have a better relationship. You have a relationship with Yahawah. Like I said, the Most High don't gotta manifest himself for you to talk to him. You could talk to, like the Most High say, I'm a secret place. I'm your closet. I'm your prayer closet. Whenever you need to run, you know, whenever you need. That's one thing about Yahawah Shem Yahushai, is that he will be there with you. He's always there with you. Whenever you need to talk to somebody. You know, it might look weird. People might think that you're talking to yourself. And are you talking out loud? No, you got the Spirit of the Lord with you. He's communing with you. He's listening to you. Or you might be by yourself a lot. You know, or people might hear your prayers and be like, who are you talking to? No, he's talking to the Lord. Leave him at his peace. He's talking to Yahawah Shem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? He's talking to God, you know, or what they perceive as God. They got the wrong idea, which is another beautiful thing. God don't want everybody. So you better hope that you the person that he want, or he got some sort of interest in you to give you the truth. So it says, but that's the ornaments of silver, the ornaments of gold. Remember, and always remember, nothing is free. Give it back. Your works is everything. At least have that. You feel me? Faith without works is dead. You can't say you don't believe, you believe in God and you ain't got no works. You ain't putting no time for him. You putting your life on the line for him. Because we all know what's going to happen to most of us that believe in Yahawah Shem Yahushai. We could get killed for this. We could come up missing for this shit. It's because of Yahawah Shem Yahushai that in his mercy, that he protect us. Until either we come across that hour where we finally test it or not. The Most High don't got to test you. Or he ain't got to give you such a heavy test. But like Yahawah said, if I went through it, y'all going to go through it. You're going to go through the persecution. You're going to go through the pain. You're going to go through the loneliness. You're going to go through the suffering. You're going to go through hell. You might even die for it. It's a possibility. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But at the end of the day, yes, faith without works is dead. You can't say that you believe in God and you ain't got no works. You ain't put in nothing for him. You ain't done nothing for him. So it says the Shulamite, it says, while the king is at his table, my spikenard sends forth its fragrance. So it's talking about prayers. That spikenard is that sweet sense, that sweet smell that the Lord smell on his people. So whenever we out here sacrificing our time, sacrificing our energy, coming out here, remembering, you know what I'm saying? We are sending forth that sweet aroma that Yahawah loves so much. That faith, that worship, that them prayers. Do the best that you can. The Lord loves it when you out here doing what you got to do. The Lord loves it when you're praying. The Lord loves it when you're reading the Bible. The Lord loves it when you're fighting for the truth. To the best of your abilities, man. You ain't got to be as perfect as the prophets are, but you got to do something. Don't just sit here and be no lazy Israelite man and sit on the sidelines. At least work on yourself. Get yourself in order. Go out there and at least try. That's another thing. We all fuck up, you know. We all make mistakes, but for us to get up and try again and to get it right, you know what I'm saying? That is something in the eyes of the Lord. That's beautiful in the eyes of the Lord. So, you know, the God is beautiful. There ain't nothing wrong with the Lord. Is there anything ugly about Yahawah? The Most High don't got that in his design. And well, not even a design. The Lord is not ugly. It's not an imperfection on him. He's so perfect. He's so beautiful. It can kill you just by looking at him. That's why the Lord said, nobody has ever seen me. Only the Son has seen me. Only Yahawah has seen me. But overall, there's nothing bad about Yahawah Shem Yahushai. People would love him if they would follow the doctrine, if the Lord would follow the doctrine that they created, but that's not so. Nobody said that God was ugly, but it's the simple fact that he doesn't follow their narrative, and they be like, oh, that's not my God. Oh, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the Lord is telling us the truth. He's keeping us out of harm's way. You know what I'm saying? He blessing us every day. You get blessings on blessings every day and just don't see it. Some people want big blessings. It don't work like that. You're not even happy about the small blessings that you get daily. So why would God bless you with something big? You know, so you even got people that get blessed by the Lord and don't even know it and still act wickedly. And then the day they die, they want people to feel sorry for them. They want people to cry over them and weep over their ass and shit. No, they paid their price. For the wages of sin is death. But through Yahawah is eternal life. That's right. All that stuff that you got from the Lord, you didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? You were so caught up in this life. You were so caught up in your enjoyment that you enjoyed everything more than you enjoyed God. And you got it all backwards. Everything is nothing. That's what you don't understand. Everything comes from the Lord. Nothing is really yours. And when it's time for God to take it all back, it's going to cost you your life. So it says, a bundle of myrrh is my beloved to me, that lies all night between my breasts. My beloved to me is a cluster of henna blooms in the valley of En-Gedi. So what is it talking about? It's talking about the word. It's talking about the Bible. It's talking about the truth. It's going to be a sweet smell on you during these days. So when these bad times happen, you're going to wonder how people are finding you. You're going to wonder how people are seeking you out. Like, how did you find me? You know what I'm saying? Because you got that scent on you. It's a smell. You know what I'm saying? A spiritual smell. To where people going to find it and be like, I finally found you. I finally found you. Yahawah bless me that I may be able to live. Bless me and protect my family and feed my kids and feed my children, Lord. Will you bless me, oh prophet? I remember you. I used to see you out there on the highways and byways. I used to see you out there preaching with the Bible in your hand. You know, I used to see all of that, but I pushed you away. I ignored you while you was preaching. I walked past you and didn't think about you. But now I need your help. Is there any way you can help me? And them the ones that God don't want. And then the ones that we not going to help. We going to let them pass. Let God take them. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the price that they pay their life. Because everything else was worth nothing. Your life is worth something. That's going to atone for your sins. You being judged and your life being taken right there. And that's a lot of our brothers and sisters, they going to get their due in due time. Some of them might get it early. Some of them might get it late. You know, that's the beauty of the Lord. The people that didn't like you, the people that hated you, they're going to get their just due in time. Okay? So it says, the beloved, behold, you are fair, my love. Behold, you are fair. You have dove's eyes. The Shulamite. Behold, you are handsome. Behold, you are handsome, my beloved. Yes, pleasant. Also, our bed is green. The beams of our houses are cedars, and our rafters are fir. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. It says, the beloved like a lily but among thorns, so is my beloved among the daughters. That's right. The Shulamite, like an apple tree among the trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down in his shade with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. That's right. It's sweet to know that God loves you. It's sweet to know that the Lord is watching over you. It's sweet to know that God is blessing you and taking care of you. It's sweet to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? It is. Even though it hit bitter, you know what I'm saying? Because all the things that happen, but that's later on. But this one is telling you how good it is, because the truth sets you free mentally, physically, and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It makes you smarter. It makes you stronger. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you better in your spirit, you know? So why not? You know what I'm saying? Be a part of the truth. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Pray to Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, the world sees something wrong with it because the Most High is going to initiate that change. That's why the other nations and everybody else is afraid of it. But you don't have to be afraid of it, like God say. You know what I'm saying? You know, fear the Lord and over all that. But when the change comes, the blessings are coming to you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's nothing wrong with God. God is beautiful all day, every day. And He's beautiful to me. And I hope that He's beautiful to you, my people. I love you. I hope you guys change. And if you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? It'll be for the worst for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to get ready to get something to eat, and I got food poisoning from whatever I ate earlier, but I'll be fine. You know, calling Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Kakwadash. Today's title is The Lord is Beautiful. God is beautiful, and He is over us, watching us every day, you know, and that's just something to think about at night. This is what keeps me going. My connection with Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai, my beauty with the Lord. Lately, I love my family and them, but I feel like I'm by myself. And the Lord is constantly reminding me that, you know what I'm saying? So as long as I got Him, I'm never alone. But at the same time, I know He keeping me separate from them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also keeping myself separate from the things that they do, even though I roll with them and I do got a family. With that, call on Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai in the name of Yahweh Shai. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I love you guys. Have a good morning. I love you, Lord. Call on Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai in the name of Yahweh Shai. And I'm out of here.